Hi, my name is Pete Lewis from Cheshire Classic Benz, and today I want to show you this beautiful 1996 Mercedes E220 Cabriolet that we have for sale. I'm going to go into the barn, start it up from cold, drive it out and show you around it. I'm going to start at the front near side corner. I'm going to take you around the outside of the car, then I'm going to do the interior, under the bonnet, in the boot and the underside. This car, as I say, 1996, it's done 95,000 miles. It will be fully described with lots of photographs on our website within the next few days, so I'm not going to describe a lot about the car here other than take you around and assess the condition of it, because whilst we are selling this car, we do want you to be 100% happy with it if you buy it. So I'm going to point out any little defects that I can find so that you can see them very clearly. You might notice that I have flipped off the jacking point covers just on the sill there, and I'm going to show you the jacking points as part of the inspection. Very important on this model because the MOT inspectors in the UK are not allowed to remove covers. So a lot of these cars, whilst they look pristine, have got horrible corrosion on the jacking points and don't look very nice down there at all. And it is a structural area of the car. Right, starting at the front corner, lighting, headlights, indicators don't appear to have any blemishes. Front bumper, one or two little bits of dust on there, but doesn't appear to be anything significant. This car has got two brand new genuine Mercedes-Benz front wings that we have had fitted. The originals were just starting to show a little bit of corrosion around the front of the wheel arch, which is the normal place for these where the dirt collects inside. So they are absolutely brand new, just been fitted. The standard alloy wheels, 8 holes as came from the factory. A couple of tiny little marks on the front one here, but nothing that you would want to replace or refurbish them with, I don't think, at the moment. Goodyear efficient grip tyres all round, matching, and they have the full tread. I think pretty much the full tread anyway. They might have been on for 1,000 or 2 miles, but substantially all there. Just going along this side of the bonnet, I don't see, there's a little tiny chip there, a little tiny chip there, and a little tiny chip there. What you would expect, I suppose, for a car that had done 95,000 miles. One there as well, but not normally visible except with very close inspection. Windscreen appears to be unchipped. We've got a tiny bit of delamination at the bottom corner, which tends to happen on these because they are bonded in and it is part of the structure of the car. A little bit of muck on the windscreen there, which is now gone. Going round to the door mirror, no paint chips on there that I can see. Oh, just a tiny little one on the black that would be easily touched in. The glass, oh, and another little one there as well, but that would be easily touched in. Glass perfect condition. Going to the soft top, the windscreen pillar, I can't see any blemishes on. Oh, there is a tiny little scratch just there. It's a hairline scratch, not particularly noticeable in normal lighting. Soft top appears to be the original soft top. It has got one or two little marks on it. There is a little blemish on the piping, on the covering to the piping there. There's the usual little wear mark there, and there is a bit of abrasion just there on it, which would be a shame to replace the hood just for that, but obviously it's up to the owner. These hoods to replace with an original equipment quality hood, typically including fitting. Last time we did one, I think it was about £1,200 plus VAT, so you can decide for yourself there. Just coming back to the side of the car, glass appears to be 100% intact. One thing I want to point out on the other side, and there is a tiny bit of it here, there's a little tiny chip on the top of the glass. You probably can't see it on this side, but I'm going to show it you on the other side. It's something that always happens on 124 cabriolets. We don't know why. We're guessing because it's usually worse on the driver's side, that it's something to do with the window hitting the frame as it goes up, but with the more use on the driver's side. I'll show you on the other side, you'll see it more clearly. Okay, coming down to the, I'm not going to go around the wheel arch on this side because it's a brand new wing, it's absolutely perfect. The paint on the passenger side, there will be one or two tiny marks on it. Whether I can find them or not, I don't know, but if I can, I will. That's a little bit of muck. Let's go around the rear wheel arch. You can see this probably better than I can, but it is perfect, I think. Same comments apply to the tyre and wheel as the front. Let's just do the bright work around the bottom. There's a tiny little dimple on the bright work there. I hadn't spotted that before. Little scuff there. Other than that, that's a bit of dust. Nothing significant. Let's go down and have a look at the jacking point. You can see there that the jacking point is as new. There is a little scrape on the door panel there, the plastic panel there, normally out of the line of sight. Again, the rear jacking point perfect as it should be. Let's go round to the bumper, rear bumper. Yeah, it looks pretty much as it should be. And looking along the car, I can't see any dimples or scrapes or anything like that down the car. The cap off the aerial surround is missing. We must find one of those and put it on. One thing I did notice, there is a tiny little blob of rust starting just there, and the same one just there. Possibly it's had a little bash at that point at some stage and been repaired, but it's hardly noticeable in normal viewing angles or distances, and the rear light is perfect. Just going along the back of the car, no obvious defects to the other rear light or the boot lid. Let's come up to the top of the boot lid. Yeah, I can't see any paintwork defects or dents or anything like that. Let's go around now to the rear offside wing. Have a look in the fuel flap. That's very clean. No corrosion in there either. And again, the wing itself, tiny little scuff just there. Bumper appears to be perfect. No scuffs on any of the bumper corners. Wheel and tyre as before, and wheel arch. Let's just run round the wheel arch here. Hope you can see that. Yeah, that's all correct. While we're down here, jacking points again, very important. Again, just like new. And the front one, just like new. No marks to the sill cover. This is a plastic sill cover, as you probably know, and the plastic lower panels, again nothing that I can see either on the panels themselves or the brightwork. Similarly on the door, oh, there is a little tiny blemish there that's been touched in. I can't see anything on the door itself. Usual tiny little bit of blistering on the black. This is an aluminium casting here, which has been painted, and there's just a tiny little bit starting on the inner corner there. We've got the mirror cover, plastic mirror cover, appears to be perfect, as is the windscreen pillar. Let's just have a look at this side of the hood. Same abrasion on the hood there on this side, just on the piping, and the usual little tiny bit of wear starting here and tiny bit there as well, which is the standard place where these wear. Bear in mind this is a 25-year-old car. This will be the original hood, and you know, for a 25-year-old car with 95,000 miles covered, we think that the hood, well, the rest of the car, in fact everything, is in remarkable condition. This side of the windscreen, again tiny little bit of delamination at the corner, and appears to be a little tiny chip there, which is very small. I never noticed it when I was driving this car. Probably not visible from the inside. Telescopic wiper arm, all as it should be. This side of the bonnet, is that a tiny little chip there, tiny little one there, and a tiny one there as well. Front wing, as before, as the other side, it's brand new, and it's a genuine Mercedes-Benz wing, which are starting to get rather expensive now. We have a little stock of them. So wheel as before, and tyre, I can't see a mark on this one. One or two of them do have tiny marks on them, but nothing that's untoward. So coming round to the headlamp and the indicator, again no damage or deterioration there, good reflector, and the bumper. I did notice actually there's a tiny little crack, little hairline crack. It's only about ½ an inch long, to the bumper there, and underneath the front of the bumper, the odd little stone chip, but nothing that you would worry about, I don't think. Okay, so that's the outside of the top side of the car. Let's go inside and have a look at the no, actually no, I'll put the hood down and then we can see the interior better. So I'm going to put the camera back on the stand while you can watch me put the hood down, which is a poetic thing in itself. I think you should be able to see. Whoops, a bit wobbly, sorry about this. Right, I'll be back in a minute. Alright, oh, actually one thing I did forget to show you is the headlining, which is a full headlining inside the hood. It is perfect. There's the slight, very slight discoloration over the years, but it's exactly as it should be. Right, so interior of the car. Let's start at the sun visors. We've got the sun visors with the illuminated mirrors, both functioning exactly as they should. There has been a bit of discoloration taking place between the flap, the plastic flap, and the vinyl sun visor over the years. It's 25 years old, I suppose. That's all we can say. It probably would have been exactly the same colour when it came out of the factory. Really heavy duty rubber seal across the front there. It's got a bit of dust in it, but that's perfect condition. Just going into the car itself, passenger seat doesn't look like it's been used very much, and the headrest there, no marks particularly that I can see there. As with the passenger carpet, we do have a full set of carpet mats for this car which will go with it, but I've taken them out so I can show you the detail of the factory fitted carpets. And I'll just have a look underneath there. You can see that it's dusty. We've got the usual little pieces of drips of varnish or something, which we always get on the 124 Cabriolets. They look like water, but it's not, and I'm guessing it's something that they used to do in the factory that's dripped on there. They all seem to have them, or lots of them do anyway. But as you can see, dry as a bone underneath there, and just dusty. No glove box on this one, being a later one. It's got the airbag, the passenger airbag. We've got the walnut centre, and of course each door card has got the walnut top piece on it. This car, in case I forget to mention, has got electric seats both sides with the little telltale switch there, and the driver's side has got the memory option, so quite a nice feature to have. Heated seats as well in this one. Dashboard, not a mark on it, not a crack, not a blemish. There we go. Indicated mileage on this car 78,000, 78.5, but there is a documented speedometer change at 17,000 miles. A lot of these cars suffered speedo failures early on in their lives. A lot of them were changed for 0 mileage new units and not documented, so they are showing a lower mileage than they should do. This one, as it should be, had this documented by the main dealer when they replaced the speedo, and it's documented in the service book very clearly and stamped, so you can be sure that the mileage is not lying to you there. Okay, where are we? Yes, all the heater dials, etc. Leather covered steering wheel, armrest with not a mark on it, no cracks to the piping, etc. Let's go into the back of the car. You can see the rear seat similarly, very good condition. We've got the armrest there as well. The pockets on the back of the seats, all the elastic nice and tight, not floppy and worn like some. Carpet in the back there, that's built into the car, so I can't lift it, but you can see that it's in very good condition. Just coming round, I'm going to shut this. Oh no, I'll just do the door. So we've got the door card, walnut, leather insert, vinyl moulding, and I'll just have a quick look underneath the door because that's important. These often go rusty. You should be able to see, I think, that there isn't any corrosion or anything underneath the door there. Right, let's shut this door. One or two tiny little blemishes, little nicks on the vinyl around the back there. We've got the headrests that fly up in the event that either of the rear wheels comes off the ground to provide rollover protection. They can also be raised for headrests if you want to. We've got the just tiny little marks on the vinyl here where the hood seal has rested on the back there, but it's not actually any damage. It's just a discoloration in the vinyl. So let's just come round the other side. Again, we've got a little nick there on the vinyl, a tiny one there, but nothing significant. Oh yes, interior. Oh yeah, I'm just going to show you this window. I'm just going to put the window up. and you can see there that there is a chip on the top of the glass. I explained it on the other side, I won't explain it again, but it's a mystery why it happens on these cars, but they all do it. This glass is identical, I think, to the 124 coupe glass, so some of those do get broken for spares. It's possible that one of these could be got hold of, but the cabriolets very rarely get broken for spares, so that's not going to be a source of replacement for one. Centre cubby box there. Oh yes, another thing, you can see there we've got the plastic moulding around the end of the sun visor. On this side it is missing. They do crack and break, and it's fallen off. We have a new one here ready to fit, so that will be fitted shortly. There's a little tiny crack in the handle there, but it is only a crack in the veneer. Other than that, I don't think there's a single crack in the veneer on the centre console. Clarion radio there, quite an unusual choice. They were more often Blaupunkt fitted by the dealer, but all radios were fitted by the dealer in the UK market cars, so it could have been any make that was available at that time. So again, carpet in the footwell. Let's pull that up. Again, dusty, dry, nothing to really comment on. We've got the same little varnish spots there. I wish I knew what they were, what caused them. I'm sure somebody in the factory could tell us. Driver's seat almost as good as the passenger seat. Just one or two little bits of patina, let's call it, just on there, but nothing particularly on the bolster in the way of wear. Again, one or two little cracks in the perforated leather in the middle, but it's only cosmetic. There is one little crack in the piping there. Nothing, I don't think, to worry about particularly. And like I say, you've got the electric seats, which have very good multi-way adjustment, and the backrest, and the headrests are electric as well. So there we are. Anything else to note on the inside? I don't think so. Oh yes, just one thing. The silver strips that are on the tread plates normally have gone on both sides. They're very, very fragile and delicate, and they don't tend to last more than a few years when the cars are new, so they have been peeled away because they tend to just flick up and the glue fails on them. Okay, so I think that's, oh yeah, carpet in the back, lovely. You will have probably seen the seat belt feeders extending when we let me just switch the ignition on. When I was driving the car out, you can see both of the seat belt feeders and the other ones out there. They work fine, very often failed and not in operation. Just one thing I have noticed, there is a little bit of wrinkling on the leather, on the, well, is it leather vinyl probably, on the side of the cubby box, not on the other side. Right, so that's the interior. Let's have a look under the bonnet. We'll go around and